Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Farlands or Bust. You caught me off guard there, Wolfie. You caught me off guard there, along with that sheep that apparently is out there as well. A swimming sheep, perhaps? A swimming sheep begins this. Okay. Hold on. We are in some danger here. Yeah, taking some fall damage. I heard it. Hey guy. How's it going? Welcome to Farlands or Bust, guy. I was just welcoming the... Back off! I say back off! He's very interested in us, so I think we're going to have to take him out. Get taken out! Alright, so, welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Very interesting start. He was about to make his way into the hidey hole there, but I have stopped him from doing such things as these. This is episode 444 of Farlands or Bust. That way is east, this way is west, so let us continue on. And today is Monday, February 2nd, 2015. Timestamp there for those of you watching in the future, I guess. And we're still raising money for Child's Play charity, up to $21,931.72. 43% of the way to our $50,000 goal. We are running out of time. Well, no, but that is to say, March is the anniversary date month of Farlands or Bust. I gotta actually look at the specific dates. Yeah, like when was the specific day we started walking? I know it was episode 11, so I keep thinking March 11th, but I know that's not true. Episode 11 of the series is when we officially started walking, but I'm trying to figure out, I don't remember, that this is probably very easy to look up in the history of my YouTube videos. Way back in the beginning, but I'll have to look at when the actual anniversary day is. I know that we held the last Flobathon on March 1st, but I think that was just a serendipitous scheduling situation there. But yeah, we're trying to raise $50,000 before then, so that we can hold the next Flobathon live stream, at the end of which I press F3 to find out how far we have walked this season and in total over the past 4 years of walking in one direction in Minecraft Beta 1.7.3. Well, it wasn't always Minecraft Beta 1.7.3, but Minecraft Beta, I suppose you could say, because there were some... We did start the walk before 1.7.3 was released. For a good few episodes in the beginning, there was still the bug where the beds would not reset your spawn point. So I was really just running on the belief that I would not die and be sent all the way back to the original spawn point. Wouldn't have been that, oh gosh, wouldn't have been that big of a deal since it was so early in the series, but still. That eventually got resolved in 1.7.3. Wolves were added. I think wolves were added while we were walking, and that's why I decided to tame some wolves, and then we lost those wolves, and then we tamed Wolfie. And he has maintained since episode 32. But yeah, this is episode 444. Craziness. Craziness, I say. So keep going to farlandsorbust.com to donate to Child's Play charity. Speaking of wolves, look at these wolves. That's a pretty big wolf pack. They are on the prowl. Whoa, wow. Wait, how many? One? I can count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's probably the maximum size of a wolf pack is 8. Woof, 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 woof. I'm assuming. I would imagine so. Normally it's multiples of 8. Then you get 16 and 32 in stacks of 64. So I'm assuming the maximum wolves in a spawned pack would be 8. So we have seen such things. Let's see here. What else we talking about here? Oh, we've got some Minecraft news. Got some Minecraft news. That is to say, they recently announced the dates for Minecon 2015. Didn't have a Minecon 2014, and then Mojang was sold to Microsoft. But now they have finally released the dates of Minecon 2015. It will be July 4th and 5th in London, England, at the Excel Center. And oh, are the Microsoft jokes happening there? Microsoft Excel, get it? Excel, spreadsheets, software joke. But yeah, at the Excel Center, which is in London somewhere. I don't know. Tickets are not on sale yet. They will be on sale this month. Perhaps the announcement coming in 2 weeks about when the tickets will be on sale. And they are going to be selling 10,000 tickets in 2 batches. 2 batches of 5,000. I think that's the most tickets ever. I think the first one was something like 4,000 attendees. The second one in when was the second one? In Paris? Wait, was it? Yeah, first one was Vegas. Second one was Paris. That one was something like, I don't know, 5,000 tickets or something like that. I can't remember. The Orlando one was somewhere around 6,000 or 7,000. So yeah, it's blown up, everybody, exponentially. So yeah, they're looking to sell 10,000 tickets. Of course, they sell out fairly immediately. So I hope everybody who is around there is able to get them if they so choose. I can't say 100% of anything right now. Obviously, Minecraft being the main thing that I do here, Minecon is a pretty important thing to try to get to. So I will definitely be keeping an eye on things. It's very expensive to travel overseas. London, in and of itself, is probably the most expensive of the cities in the Europes. So we'll have to take a look. Obviously, they have a thing with scheduling these things during American holidays. Of course, July 4th was our Independence Day, and Minecon Paris took place over Thanksgiving. So thanks a lot, jerks. No. So yeah, that's basically all they announced thus far. No news, obviously, on scheduling or anything, because they haven't done anything yet. I would presume Mindcrack would get another panel, probably, and signing stuff. Who knows what's going on, but this is the first definitive news from the source. There have been many a rumor, but now finally definitive news. So they say they're going to announce ticket sales in 2 weeks, so maybe by May we'll hear about ticket sales based on the untiminess of the scheduling and information about Minecon. Whoop, did I not allow Wolfie to spawn? There he is, alright. So looking forward to that. That was some Minecraft news there for you. I have a little bit of the sun is setting. Well, here, there's something right now that's literally going on as I'm recording this. The NASA State of NASA address from the NASA administrator, Charles Bolden. Something they do and hold a big press conference and important people and blah, 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 blah. Kind of a bit formal of a thing. I think they do it they schedule it after the presidential State of the Union address. But the State of NASA address is going on, and just one thing that I saw on Twitter, Phil Plait, who was watching it, I wasn't watching it, mentioned that NASA is including money in the 2016 proposed budget for a mission to Jupiter's moon, Europa. And that is exciting news because Europa has long been one of the top candidates, even lately beyond that of Mars, for potential life to be found within the solar system. Because Europa has more liquid water under its frozen crust than the entirety of the planet Earth. And it's been observed that it is a briny, well, not briny, but salty water, a very large salt water ocean underneath the crust. And to have a mission going there. Has like been on the top of the list of many planetary scientists as of late. So that's great news. Of course, to say that, oh, they have it in the budget for 2016 does not mean they're going to launch a mission in 2016. That is just when the money will become available. Then it will be open to proposals, mission proposals. There will be a long selection process of which mission, which rocket, when, this, that, and the other. So I could foresee maybe 2025 seeing a mission launch. You know, there's normally a 10-year plan cycle for that, and then obviously you got to get to Jupiter. That's another, you know, Juno isn't even at Jupiter yet, and that was 4 years ago when that launched. So, yay that they've acknowledged everybody wants to go to Europa. So that's good news. That's good news. But let's go to sleep, and then we'll tell an interesting story. Nothing has been interesting up until now. In the morning. And Europaness. Europaness indeedness. I'm wondering... I asked, a couple episodes ago, I was perplexed as to where I lost this half a heart. It was when that skeleton shot me. Duh. I don't know how I didn't realize that. I have a very short-term memory. A very poor short-term memory, that is. But yes, I have a bit of an interesting story. Something happened to me today, this morning, in the bathroom. Not like that! Not like that! Stop thinking like that! But anyway, here, let me just tell the story. It's not gross. It's not anything to do with bodily functions. Much to disappointment of a few, I guess. But yeah, you know, you get up in the morning, wake up in the morning, go to the bathroom, as you do after a long night's sleep, and went to flush the old toilet, and water started spewing out of the top, the tank part, the reservoir part of the toilet. Well, I mean, at first I heard water splashing on the ground, and I'm like, what is this business? Of course, I don't have my contact lenses in yet. I wear contact lenses, and I'm quite blind without them. And I hear water splashing on the floor. I'm like, what is going on? And I see water gushing out from the top of the tank, which is weird. Normally, if a just like that right there, if a toilet overflows, it's out of the bowl, obviously. For those of you who aren't plumbers. If you've never seen a toilet overflow, then count yourself lucky. But yeah, out of the top of the tank. So I freak out and I pull the lid off the tank, the reservoir part, and I start getting sprayed with water as if it was some sort of trap or a joke or something like that. But the little tube, the little refill tube in the top of the reservoir had come loose. And instead of spraying down into the tank, as it is supposed to do to refill the reservoir, it was spraying out and flying around like a fire hose, and sprayed me very well. I got soaking wet as I was in my confused morning, not able to see because I don't have contacts in haze. I was able to wrestle it under control and finally put it back in the tank. But that's something that's never happened before. That was an interesting situation to have to deal with in the morning. And I'm like, hey, I'm awake now. So yay, I got to mop up the floor. It's not dirty water either. It's the clean water coming out of the tap into the toilet reservoir. But that was just strange. I found that to be very strange. That has never happened before. So I felt like sharing it because it was certainly an event. It was certainly an event indeed. I have some various plumbing issues with the new place. The kitchen sink, the drain, as of late, has been a constant gurgle. A gurgle! This is definitely a spider spawner. I wonder if I want to take the time to investigate it. This is going to be a pain in the butt. I really don't have that many. Let me see if I can... No, we're going back up. Never mind. Oh, I can't go back up. Alright, yeah, this is... I can't really see any of the bricks. There could be another golden apple down there, but we will never find out, because I'm just going to continue on. But yeah, the kitchen sink drain is gurgling constantly. even while not using it. So I get to, I suppose myself, I get to take apart the P-trap and see if there's anything preventing that down there. Otherwise, it could be something more serious, like down the sewer line or with the vent pipes or something, causing air to gurgle back up there. It's a fun time. It's a great time. A great time to be alive. Modern plumbing issues. But otherwise, yeah, the toilet thing was very unexpected. It was like, surprise! You're taking a shower now. Oh, man. So we've got very incredible water pressure at this new place, so maybe that had something to do with it. Incredible water pressure. Just like that Seinfeld episode when they replace the shower heads with low-flow shower heads, and then Kramer gets the elephant washing shower head and gets blown away in a shower. That sort of thing. Speaking of water and the various forms it takes, I hope everybody is doing all right. Perhaps you are off on a snow day, but yes, the snow, the blizzard of the decade, maybe not decade, but the blizzard of this week has gripped the Midwest and Northeast by storm. The storm has gripped you by storm. Woo! And I hope everybody's doing all right, either staying in or not traveling, or maybe hopefully got off work and or school. So take it easy out there. Take it easy indeed. Certainly more reason to finally get a Subaru, I guess, for me. But yeah, I hope everybody's all right there. Of course, yesterday was the Superb Owl. I tuned in just because I was bored and there was nothing else to do, and it's kind of funny to everybody that it's like the thing. If something's going on like that, everybody on Twitter has it's kind of a collective experience on Twitter. It's kind of funny to see people joking about it and this, that, or the other. Not personally much for the sport itself, but kind of funny just to hear people talking about the commentators or things they see, or the very interesting shark-infested halftime show. But I'm afraid I'm not much on that. So you will not be hearing any witty quips or tales of that. I only have the one tale of the rogue toilet that I have to share today. No Super Bowl tales. I can, however, answer some questions from Child's Play charity donors at farlandsofbus.com. When you do donate, as I do recommend, you can put a question in the comment box, and I will attempt to get to it in a future episode of Farlands of Bust. Such as Cone Dodger. Dodger has actually been donating quite frequently. Apparently, he partakes in iRacing, which is the competitive racing simulator thing online that people try to tell me to play, but I think it's a little bit too simulatory to really make that much of a good Let's Play out of it. I'm not sure if anybody does, actually. I know there are people on YouTube who play iRacing, but it's more like, oh, here's an actual race that I'm actually trying to win competitively, and I have this whole crazy 3-monitor setup with the racing wheel all hard-mounted and shifter thingy-mabobs and blah, 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 blah. And I wear a helmet while I'm racing. So yeah, I don't know that anybody actually does a commentary Let's Play on iRacing. I would curb the market. I would get a whole 600 extra views from that. But yeah, very frequently, based on his results, he's been donating to Child's Play charity, Cone Dodger. But this time he actually has a question, and it is to deal with racing. Have you ever considered attending some sort of road racing rally events and doing some footage or impressions of that for your vlog channel? Well, the vlog channel is quite new, so I can't say I've explored a great deal of ideas for what to do there. But yes, but also it's kind of difficult because there are some. There were none, at least as far as, well, I'm sure there were some, but none within my own knowledge in the Chicagoland area. There are some in the new area, but they are still a good 3-4 hours away. It's kind of weird timing. Yesterday I saw somebody posted somewhere on the social medias a link to a map of rally events around the nation, and there are a few, but still quite a drive. I would like to attend. That would be kind of cool. These kind of one-off, not national or world championship series don't really have that much information for spectators. They really don't expect spectators to watch their events, so it's all about entering yourself, or if you want to be an exhibitor, or not an exhibitor, a sponsor, or a volunteer. Ow! Get out, I say. Uh-oh. Oh, I just saved Wolfie by breaking my boat. Yeah, you better say thank you. You better. So yeah, not too much information about that, but yeah, that's something that would be interesting to do. But I would have to do a lot more research and a lot more planning. It would be the type of thing where it's not close enough, where I would have to drive and spend the night, and then the expenses rack up, and who knows? Who knows? But yeah, we'll see what kind of other crazy things we do for the vlog channel and whatnot in the future here. I know it's been over a month since I did just one vlog, so I should be a little bit more frequent with that, and we will try, and we will do. But first, we will go to sleep, and then continue walking in the morning. Or wait a couple seconds. There we go. Oh, and awakeness. I woke up really before I anticipated. It was a quick nap. Here, do you want to have a seat there? You might have taken some damage from the boat-induced trauma there. Let's see. From David, if the Minecraft world existed in reality, and you yourself were the one making the journey, do you think you'd make it? Well, I think people in the past have done similar things where they have traveled around the equator, or you know, done a solo voyage across the Atlantic on a little boat or sailboat or something, or something like that. So I suppose possible, but also the fact that I'm not doing that right now, like I'm not one of the people trying to have a human-powered boating experience across the Atlantic or around the equator or from pole to pole. I can't say I'm quite of that nature. So yes and no, but if you're speaking of the Minecraft world, like if we ourselves lived within the Minecraft world, in that case, I probably wouldn't be the first to do it. So other people, Peter Piper picked a peck of peckers, other people would have probably taken up that mission long before me. I think it was here in Minecraft, just a combination of being early to the YouTube-ish scene, ooh, and also being the only one crazy enough to have kept up with it, that I'm the only one walking legitimately here to the far lands in Minecraft Beta 173, that I'm here. So I think that kind of answers your question. It's kind of hard to say if the Minecraft world was reality. Well, how much of it then, you know, would I, as a human biological being, still need to eat 3 times a day? Because in Minecraft, I don't need to eat 3 times a day. I don't have to, you know, I can fit all of these tools in a non-existent backpack. So it's kind of how much of reality do you take and how much of the game world do you take? Situation, chicken or egg. Ooh. We've got these are some terrible lands we have here. They are rife with evil. Oh. And darkness and shadow and Mordor and Saruman. Sorry, I watched Lord of the Rings yesterday in lieu of much of the stuff around the superb owl. So I've got Middle Earth on the brain. Ooh, that's a cool bridge. One little thing 1 block thick. Like, treacherous. But yeah, that's one of those hypotheticals that I'm not. My brain works too literally, I think, to really work in those things. Work in those kind of answers or questions. Nice little canyon we're going through here. But I do appreciate, regardless, even in spite of my inability to interestingly, accurately, and succinctly answer that question, I do appreciate it and your donation to Child's Play Charity. Ooh, that's even worse. All right, let's kind of go down this way. Careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie, careful, Wolfie. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Huh. Oh, didn't hurt. Probably gonna hurt Wolfie, though. Oh, there he is. Haha, well done, guy. Well done. I acknowledge that as well. Let's see, from Alex S. Have you read The Martian by Andy Weir? It's a sci-fi-y... It's a sci-fi... Oh, he just spelled it wrong. Sci-fi about a manned mission to Mars where someone is left behind. That's not a spoiler, it's in the first line of the book. It is very well researched. It's great. From Alex. I have not... Many of you may know that I'm not of the utmost reading person. I simply don't read. Like, at all. I know it's like not a good quality to share, or really to even have, but it's just, it's something I just don't do. Maybe I've mentioned before, perhaps it was beaten out of me at an early age, not physically, but emotionally or literally. Literally. Get it? Because literature? Never mind, I messed that up. But, you know, just, I guess I have a negative connotation with it, with school, being forced to read books you don't want to read, and then write papers about them or be tested on them. I'm a very slow reader. It is a very laborious activity for me. I do remember I was very much a fan of the original, when I was in middle school, the Jurassic Park movie, and I tried to read the book Jurassic Park. It took me, I swear, 4 months to read the book Jurassic Park. Granted, I was 10, 11 years old, whatever, but, you know, it was one of those instances where I finished it and I don't remember what happened in the middle of the book or the beginning, and it's not a pleasant experience for old KurtJMac. I'm sorry, I know it's like one of the top things. Oh, you should be a well-read individual, a well-read this or that. You should read to expand, and reading takes you places, and other inspirational quotes and stuff that you find on posters and t-shirts and Tumblr blogs. But I just, it's one of those things. I can't do it. Just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. I can say I'm kind of ashamed of it, but obviously not enough where I don't mention it quite frequently here in Far Lines of Bust. But so yeah, it sounds like a good book, but I don't know that I will read it. There are plenty of books that seem good that that would be nice to read, or that would be a good story to enjoy, but the reading part doesn't get through to me. And people say, oh, do audiobooks and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe, but even then, still, I don't find myself in any sort of situation where I would have a long duration of time, well, aside from, you know, watching The Lord of the Rings, but, you know, I don't give myself a long duration of time where there is silence, where I'm unoccupied, where I could actually sit down and read or do this, that, or the other. With my downtime, I'd rather be out walking or hiking or something, as if I don't get that enough in the games, or a lot of the time is taken up recording and rendering and dealing. The dealings of the YouTubes take up the majority of my time, which I do enjoy in and of itself. So, again, that was a very long-winded excuse as to why I don't read, as I'm sure I should. Sorry, all the English teachers I had throughout grade and high school. Sorry. But you have failed! You did not inspire a young child to be a very well-read individual. And I blame you. You have failed as a teacher. No. Oh, man. Let's move on to another and probably final question here for this episode. From Devin, if you could choose between becoming an instant millionaire or bringing someone back from the dead, what would you choose? Well, being as, again, I have a very literal mind, I would probably choose the millionaire thing, not out of selfishness, but just because that is something that could technically actually happen. I'm not saying it will happen or ever will happen, not probable at all, but somebody right now could technically stand up and give me $1 million, making me a millionaire, but not at all in any sort of scientific capacity could anybody ever be risen from the dead. So that's probably what I would choose, just because that's what I believe. If somebody was to come up to me right now, or even the devil himself were to appear in front of me, I would point and laugh, first of all, and if he were to offer me $1 million or to bring someone back from the dead, I would be more likely to believe that he could give me $1 million, that is to say, instead of bringing somebody back from the dead. So, yeah, I'll take the cool million, and I will let the dead rest in peace. If you don't mind. I know that sounds terrible, and I know probably you were probing to try to see who I would bring back from the dead, but I'm afraid I don't have an answer for you. I will take... I'm a guy who doesn't read. I'm greedy. I take millions of dollars instead of bringing back people from the dead who maybe shouldn't be there. I'm a terrible human being. But I'm also raising money for Child's Play charity at farlandsbus.com. Well, you know, whatever side of the coin you look at, I guess. But yeah, thanks for that question. Yeah, here we go. This is my kind of thinly veiled response to that, is that I would rather take $1 million because I could help a lot of people who are still alive with $1 million as opposed to one person who has already lived their life. So yeah, that's what I would say, and not at all that I would use that $1 million for myself or anything. Out of the way, weeds! Have a seat, Wolfie. Alright, we're gonna have a subterranean hidey hole here, I guess. Boop. Let's do that. Woof, yes, I know, and dig down. Whoops, didn't get myself a staircase. Alright. There we go. So how about that for episode 444 of Farlands or Bust? Thumbs up? Please? Click that like button, maybe? Yeah. Glad to be back here after a weekend. And glad to finally hear news of Minecon. You know, I would like to go. There are, again, budgetary... timeline. Why am I making boats? I don't know why I'm making boats. Timeline issues. I can't say 100% yet, but I do, you know, that's obviously, like I said, Minecraft, big thing for my channel and for everybody involved here, so I'd like to, and I obviously made Paris happen, so looking forward to hopefully finagling a way to make London happen in July. That is not at all how you make a shovel, Kurt. I'm going to make a coal shovel that will last no time at all. It'll actually crumble before I get to use it. There we go. So, yeah, stay tuned for more information about that, I suppose. Indeed. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Thanks a lot, jerks!